Hey everybody, this is Jimsf. So I royally screwed up before when we did the stream on April 9th, and I did not have any volume for myself. So on the stream you could only hear the game and NCW. So to make up for this and so we don't waste 4 hours worth of footage, I'm here right now doing re-commentary over the video. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of jumpy. I'm gonna be try to recall what I was thinking at the time without spoiling it beforehand. I'll do my best, but this is kind of interesting and new. But I hope we get some use out of the footage because I don't want it to all go to waste for nothing. So we hopped back in right, like exactly where we left off at the scene of the crime with poor Miss Chihiro here, strung up like a sort of crucifixion, bloodless written on the wall, and we just kind of went straight into it. We were debating on what to look at first. I think I ended up going with the bloodlust, which seemed to be correct, and we just kind of did the usual spiel of just looking at everything we can. Oh yeah, and Byakuya, as we'll see in a few moments, is like, look at all this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And he will soon enough start leading us along in the case, which I was very, very happy for because I was super nervous going into this. I was gonna look like an idiot for not knowing how to investigate properly. So I took it as a win. So now Byakuya had proposed that this was basically the exact way that Genocide Jack did all of his killings, which is like, ah, shit. And now myself, along with the other students, are like, oh no, is Genocide Jack in the school? It could be, because this is, you know, based off of Byakuya, so this is how he works. So this was interesting, since considering that this guy never likes to talk to us, and we always call him the asshole, because he's an asshole. But, pretty much immediately he's like, hey, you work with me. I mean, whether we want to or not, I don't think we had much choice, but, you know, this is an interesting turn for him. So, talking to Sakura here, we learned something interesting about Chihiro, in that we knew that she wanted to get stronger from the previous episode, right? So, or previous stream. So, I mean, Sakura just making it clear that yes, that she came here on her own by her choice, that she wanted to work out because she wanted to get stronger. Right, exactly. So around 2 in the morning is super interesting too, because, I mean, that means she A, broke the nighttime rule, and B, seemingly wanted to do it without anybody knowing. So here Sakura brings up a good point. So China's like, I agree. But also... Yes, Miss Toko has arrived. Which earlier we recall her saying that, you know, she doesn't deal with blood well, right? Oh, and there she goes. She has seen the blood. So, understanding her phobias, she's kind of just starts losing her shit. You know, Doshite and whatnot. Ah! She just straight up faints. She tells you she said she's dead. Who did it? I don't know. I still don't know. See if Hina's doing the right thing, trying to be nice, wake her up. Yep. Yeah, Hifumi reminds us of this. Celeste points out how it's, you know, probable hemophobia. I didn't even know this is line we were playing. That's an interesting line that he proposed there, actually. I did not notice this bit at all. I was probably talking about something else. That's a clever line by Yukino. I was probably thinking about other shit, yeah. So yeah, he probably did fail tech. Anyway, trying to get her back up. As in, yep. Now she, in a very creepy way, she gets right back up. Nobody knows what the hell to do. And then she does this. Yeah. At this point, I was like, what the hell? And I was kind of scared. I was like, what's she gonna do? And she's talking like kind of like a zombie-ish, like groans and grunts. It's just really fucking weird and creepy. She said she's fine, but that's obviously not true. So I remember I immediately went to the card reader on the girls. I think my reasoning was because I noticed a poster in the girls' room. I should have mentioned that. The poster in the girls' room is most certainly was originally in the boys' room, because I remember seeing it and the comments on it. So the poster from the boys' room is now in the girls' room. So right here, Monokuma is mentioning how the handbooks work, and to go into the doors. A reminder of the big freaking Gatling gun. Byakuya took us to the main hall. So after searching around for far too long, NCW points out that thing. To which we open and we see handbooks of the students who have passed. So Junko's, Sayaka's, and Leon's are all in there. And to kind of help speed this up, one thing we figure out in a few lines from now is that Leon's is broken. No explanation as to why, but it just won't turn on. So, therefore, the two girls, handbooks are just there to use. So we mind our own business, then Hina runs in, it's like, guys, he just does normal asshole things. She's like, come on. You're like, oh, okay. So he's like, yes. Okay. I wonder where. So yeah, we take, the bait. Kind of curious to see what happened if we didn't do that. But anyway, maybe we could just ignore her. I don't know. But yeah, she wants us to come help check on Toko, who, if you remember earlier, fainted, then woke up. It was like, and then she. So now we're in front of Toko's room, which was also in front of Junko's room, which made me sad. So obviously we just go and try to talk to her. Bing bong. So she gently opened the door. Again, nice little scene here. It's times like this that I remember just how fucking well made this game is. This is so polished and thought out. It's just nuts. So she seems to be back to normal-ish. Very afraid, but she's talking like normal. That's what's noteworthy about this. She says that, and it's like, okay, so you don't want whoever killed Chihiro to get to you. Fair enough, I guess. NCW just said she's taking a very reasonable approach of, screw all you, I'm hiding. So we're thinking that, her and Byakuya are on the same page here, right? That they both think it's Genocide Jack that did it. Genocide Jack being, somebody in the school. So yeah, since we know Toko has a kind of a thing for Byakuya, we're like, hey, why don't you try to talk to her? And he's like, yes. And we're like, well, really? Throughout this game, we're just learning more and more that Hina really represents the player. Any logical player, especially being NCW. Well, this would normally be a reasonable comment. Yeah, Byakuya. She refers to this promise. One which we have not heard about. I mean, that's kind of the point of promise, alright? She says that again and just closes the door. So yeah, Byakuya wasn't even to help here. So we're asking the obvious question about said promise. So he's clearly bullshitting. You know, this will piss Rena off because you don't bullshit Rena. And I just back to being a normal douchebag again. Yeah. So now we're in the library. This is where we followed Byakuya to. We do a bunch of looking around. Oh, specifically, I do a bunch of looking around. He's like, oh no, this isn't important, this isn't important, this isn't important, this isn't important, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, NCW reminds me once again that that door is not the exit. So I finally click on the door, and I learned that it's the archive. So we go in. Whole lot of nerd shit in here, alright? So Byakuya is just really revealing here just how much of a nerd he is for cold cases and crimes and shit. Then he brings up the Genocide Jack case. So as he pointed out, this archive is full of just various cold case documents, a lot of secret stuff that really shouldn't be here, but it is. So he brings up the Genocide Jack case, which has its own binder. And this is where he basically proves how what has happened to Chihiro here is exactly how Genocide Jack did all of his killings. But the interesting part is that only people in power that know what they're doing could possibly know that Genocide Jack hung them up like a crucifix. So, therefore, it has to be either Genocide Jack themselves. It could have been Byakuya, because I've been suspicious of Byakuya this whole time that he was trying to do something here to lead. I don't know. Just my thought was that it was Byakuya. I didn't really have good reasoning for it, because why would he be doing this? But clearly he's one of the only ones that know this, because he reads all the documents, and Genocide Jack themselves. So it could have been, yeah. That's basically what he's saying, is that one of the people one of the students is Genocide Jack. That's what he's saying. So yeah, Genocide Jack. It seems like the key now is to figure out who Genocide Jack could be. So we go into the boys' locker room since we haven't really checked that out yet. A couple things I noticed pretty quickly. The poster is switched. Which is why I was paused right here, because I'm like, the poster is different. They got switched with the one in the other room. And it's about now that I also noticed that stain on the carpet. Oh yeah, where did that stain come from? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything? Definitely worth noting though. So right now, me and NCW are talking a lot about how could a girl get in the boys' room or a boy get in the girls' room, etc., etc. So look at the poster again. This definitely got switched from the two rooms. Which, with the blood being on this poster, heavily implies that the actual murder took place in the boys' room. Right? Makes sense? Okay. She points out that she never really looked at the posters, which, fair enough, I guess. Protein coffee. I didn't know that existed either, Makoto. It's fine. That sounds nasty as hell. Aha, spilled it and left a stain. Huh, we saw a stain in the other room. So it's really looking like the carpet got swapped as well. So, for whatever reason, it's really looking like this murder took place in the boys' room. But whoever did the murder decided to move the scene to the girls' room. This doesn't make much sense. Doesn't really seem to be any real reason to that. While the library is the next place he said to go, I did remember that we need to talk to Celeste in the warehouse. So, went to the warehouse. Hey, look at that. There she is. How you doing, friend? A C ranker? Am I your favorite C rank? Anyway. she's like, ah, damn it. Yeah, that wasn't. Your plan was not very good here. Okay. Okay. This is what being C rank gets you, NCW says. Damn right. I'm still mad that I won't ever get past C rank. Anyway, she is saying some really important information here. So she ran into Chihiro at the warehouse last night. Holding a duffel bag with a blue suit in it. I also couldn't help but notice that, like, Celeste's hair is so much more blue here. Interesting kind of art style change. Not really change, but just whoever did it, what style it is, it just looks so much more blue than black. Also, she has a fuck ton of hair, goddamn. Okay, so she was in a hurry to go work out and, you know, borrowing, taking, claiming her tracksuit. Breaking the nighttime rule. Sad days. Also, damn. Yeah, it's savage as fuck. Savage as fuck. Celeste doesn't fuck around. So yeah, that kind of goes against what Sakura was saying before, in that, you know, Chihiro would want to work out with somebody. So yep, that was all the investigating I got. So now it is time for the class trial. Alright, so going into this, I'm partially jumbled. There's a lot of people I've kind of written off as it not being, which is most of them. I was only possibly sus of Byakuya and Toko. But I do recall thinking that maybe it's... For some reason, I had Taka in my head as being a possible, you know, one to do it. In hindsight, I didn't really have much basis for that, but I kind of went into thinking that to not write him off in particular. I definitely got a lot better at this part of the game during this case. I learned a lot more and I understood it a lot better. Oh, so he was an idiot. But I fucking missed. It's fucking bullshit. But I learned that I don't have to be as, like, quick and all that. I don't have to be as quick or... The game is way nice. It's both mean but also nice. And it's probably gonna get meaner. Fuck you. That's still funny. I can't believe it actually gives me 12 minutes to figure this out. It's definitely gonna get meaner later, right? Cause I keep expecting it to be way more mean than it is. Okay, now I get it. Fuck you! NCW's kind of explaining to me, yeah, just play it through, figure out what you want to do, and then go for it. Alright. So now we're bringing up the fact that it's just a Jack again. That's exactly what he is saying, Celeste. And he's just straight out calling out that it's Toko. Based off the reasoning that I was kind of talking about earlier. Acceptable? I think I said for her behavior change, but that was wrong. I think you got her behavior change. Okay, that was correct. Alright, that was correct. Alright. I was right. So we're calling back to when she fainted in the locker room at the scene of the crime. Bleh. Creepy as hell. So, after all these accusations and saying what he believes is fact, we don't want to believe it. But then this is a big deal. This must have been the promise she was referring to. Yep. So he just, in front of everybody, revealed her secret that she trusted him with, which is a big problem. Big problem. So, yeah. Shit's about to get fucking awesome. I don't know how he was able just to call her out like that, but, here we are. Genocide Jill. And now she's speaking real quick. It's real funny, real creepy, and it's pretty fucking awesome. This is so cool. Even watching it back, it was so cool. The ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. Or Genocide Jill. It's a shame. I really wish. I feel so bad about fucking this up because her voice acting is so good right now. It's not even funny. And she's like super aware of herself too. It's great. The whole Genocide Jill thing they do right here is just great. So she's having a good time. You know, she's suspect number one. Like, probably even, if you can be like more than suspect number one, that's what she is right now. This is indeed beyond insane. There's something funny here. Nani? We're just laughing about it. Oh my god, she's awesome. Like, alright. I'm not like for serial killers or anything like that, but this is incredibly well done. Right? Okay. Oh, okay, well. It's not that right? God, this voice acting is so good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, viewers. Don't be mad. I'm sure you can watch like some other playthrough to get this bit with audio. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Yeah, Monokuma was nothing to do with Genocide Jill. So anyway, Byakuya is like, alright, well, this is it, right? But I mean, what else? She's like, nope, I didn't do it. To which everybody's like, okay. You know, Makoto's like, well. Because, yeah, she's clearly insane and, she killed thousands of people, I think, right? So, why would she care about this one? I mean, for her own survival, I guess, but I mean. Status of dead body. Okay, where's this one coming? Alibi. I have no idea what that even means. Yeah, I was like, I had no idea what that was supposed to count. Yeah, for this one, I don't remember why I picked this one. I think it's just because I knew for sure it wasn't the other one. Fuck you. Yeah, it was that one. I don't even remember why. I couldn't think of any reason. I just knew it had to be right. So this is where it's pointed out that, as Makoto is saying here, that it's different. Slightly. but noticeably. So basically here, Genocide Jill just keeps referring to how she does it her way, the same way every time. With these scissors, with a shit ton of blood, she does it the exact same way every time, and she doesn't accept any other way. Also, she starts using a lot of Italian restaurant metaphors that all somehow work, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. The scissors. There was clearly no scissors involved in this case. Correctamundo, not Cesaro. Another obvious question is, would she just do whatever to get it done? Any second now, she says how she I think I'm just praising the game here. Ooh, we got no U'd by NCW. Yeah, with the power cord rather than the scissors. I like playing the game again. This is nuts. This game is so good. What was used? Right. Damn it! It's right here. It's where she points out that she has scissors that she has designed for murders and the arrangement. Therefore, she would never use anything but those. So she's picky, right? So, and something else. Oh yeah, I guess we're big act now, by the way. They are all men. I noticed this as soon as she said this, because I recalled back to thinking all those names sounded male. Also, wow. So the too long didn't read is basically, yeah. The too long didn't read is that she didn't do it. It wasn't to her quality that she would do. It's not right. And yeah, why would she make it obvious it was her? Yeah, she's a crazy killer, but she's not stupid. Right? So... which is a logical question that I asked too. Stevie jokingly says, when she pulls out a scissors collection, because, this is a reasonable question. Where would she, where would they be? I doubt they came with her, right? It turns out, John. Guess what? She's got some. Right, I mean, she's making sense. Yeah, it's really looking like she is. It wasn't her, right? Who else could have known about this? Oh, wait a minute. Byakuya. Who I go the wrong way to select because I should have gone the other direction. There he is. He's like, hold on. So now Celeste is proposing what I was thinking at the same time was to try and frame Toko. Yeah, because he contradicts himself here. How could he have possibly known it was Chihiro? So, me and NCW spent way too long figuring out what this means. Just gotta reword it. So she agrees. We determined that she agrees. She just said it in the stupidest way possible. So now it's the point of, you know, the whole room switch deal, right? With the poster and the carpet and all that. That's where that comes to pretty big relevance. And I was debating between myself whether I use the poster or the carpet. I ended up going with the poster since it was more obvious. NCW, I don't know, maybe we got some horny lesbians in this place. And we found her. She gets it. So let's ask the decent question here. What's the point of doing that? Yeah, that's true too. If it was happening in the boys' locker room, how did Chihiro get in there? Theoretically valid, but Monokuma said many times that it's unhackable. And there's no real reason for her to do that, right? So, yeah. Then the question is, why would she do that? So yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, she couldn't have used Leon's because it was broken. Yeah, he went pretty hardcore for the voting there. We haven't. So thankfully, Kyoko comes in here to help save the day. Another way, huh? What do you mean? Another loophole? So, she wants to go show us something. But even the guy running is like, wait, you can do that? Well, she puts up a good argument here. Back to the scene of the crime. Fair enough. Also fair. You don't have to have any excuses, man. Like, everybody be okay with it. At least I could have volunteers. Yep. No, you do have to search the entire body. Otokoda. It was at this point that I just like went silent, put my head in my hands. I sat the controller down for a minute. I had to think about things. Because That was one of the best traps ever. But yeah, Chihiro is in fact a boy. This is an incredibly big turn that I did not see coming in any way, shape, or form. Oh, also, Jesus fucking Christ. Calm your shit. So now that we know this critical information, this means a lot of things. This means that Chihiro could have just went to the boys' locker room. That's where he was allowed to go to. He wasn't allowed to go into the girls' locker room. So that explains why the killing had to have occurred in the boys' room. Which means, therefore, the person who killed him... Forgive me for messing up pronouns, because it's... I want to call him a he, I just sometimes screw it up, so apologies in advance if I mess it up. But these characters do a pretty good job switching. He could have gone into... He, as in Chihiro, could have gone into the boys' locker room and then work out with some other boy. Or some other boy was there. As what she says, yes. So it had to have occurred in the boys' room, and then got moved to the girls' room. Now, why did the killer move to the girls' room? Not really quite sure yet. Correct, Taka. So, yeah, Byakuya's reaction here is like, okay, he didn't know any of this. I don't think it's him anymore, but Hina is... Again, Hina is saying what we were thinking, or saying at the time. It happens so many times in this. And yeah, NCW was just talking to me about this at the time, but it's really fascinating how this game is very accurately able to know what the player should be thinking, or is thinking, because it happens so much to me and NCW in these games. Possibly because we understand how these games work and how they think. But in this case, it's really thinking like a human would. These characters being as they are, being, you know, extremes of some sort of personality trait, they're still human in the end. Like, they're all, apart from their special ability, you know, in quotations, they're normal people. They think normally. They are very rational. Which is, again, it's just a testament to how well thought out, how well polished, and how well made this game is. Here's where he points out what I mentioned before. Yeah, like, this kind of writes off the Byakuya being the killer. But that's the interesting thing. Yeah, as NCW pointed out, it's like, well, why would he do anything then? Because it's starting to sound like that he discovered Chihiro in the boys' locker room, dead. Or no, in the girls' locker room. I apologize. In the girls' locker room. And then, yeah, right here. So he says he decides to change it up. He decides to make it look like a genocide Jack case. Why? We have no idea. Why the hell he did that? He's not effing with us. Yeah, which is interesting too, because I mean, I guess Byakuya could have revealed the entire truth at any point. He just wanted to make it more interesting. Just fucking stupid as hell. It seems that Byakuya knows who did it. He's just waiting. He wants everybody else to figure it out, because he's just a dick. Killed the guy, clearly. Oh yeah, I jokingly said, "Wait, what if you just said it's just Jill again?" And say, "Fuck it, just go after her again." And back to Rabble. No, Hito said that, but Byakuya's an asshole, and we know he knows the killer. So I mean, come on. Yeah, Celeste account would counter that, right? I'm talking to past NCW, that's insane. Which nobody else would know that because she only told Makoto, us. Man, she's cute. Correct, we did not find any of that. Indeed. So yeah, she saw a tracksuit and back. Yeah, here's where we confirm that Celeste is not racist, because she very quickly and solidly went from she to he. Yeah, NCW notes that if you're a transphobe, go fuck yourself, which I agree. And Celeste would agree. We believe that Celeste would agree with what NCW just said. Because Celeste is awesome. Probably because, yep, that the secret thing is what prevents that one, yep. Indeed. Whether he intended to meet with them or not, that's the real question. I feel like he probably ran into them. Indeed. This is a tough one to guess. Apparently we do. I do? I know? Huh? What the hell? Track check and duffel bag, okay? With the power of retrospect, what Kyoko is doing here is incredibly clever and pretty hilarious. You'll see why. It's hard to believe. Anyway, let's travel. Celestic out. How does that counter anything else? How's that go exercise? Oh my god, Kyoko knew exactly what she was doing. What a clever bitch. Wearing the same blue tracksuit as him. So, as NCW, I kind of sort of missed that at first, but as NCW pointed out, somebody in there said something that makes no sense. How could they have possibly known that? Yep. What you were clearly... What now that I say that you were clearly trying to lead him to say. I believe it took a second to think about it. So now doing another round. Right here. How could he have known it was blue? So I don't shoot it there, but we do another round and I get it. There is no way for Mondo to know that it was blue. Celeste at no point said what color the tracksuit was. She just said it was a tracksuit. And Mondo just revealed that he knew what color the jacket was. Mondo has royally fucked up. Because who would know what color he had for sure? Celeste. It confirms that it was blue. So, he must have been the one to exercise with Chihiro. So anyway. Mondo... yeah. Of course, his buddy wants to back him up, you know. Possibly an accomplice? Doesn't seem likely, though. I'll give it too long to read on this. He found Chihiro's e-handbook in the front area of the locker room. I'm sorry, he did not find it in the area in front of the locker room. He found it in the sauna. Specifically, yeah, he found Chihiro's e-book laying in the sauna. So basically, it was just... The weakness to the e-handbook is heat. If it gets too hot, it stops working. The only way to find that out is to have it happen to you. There's only two people, well, I'm sorry, there's us, and then two other people in the sauna at any point. There's Makoto, and we know we didn't do it. There's Taka, and there's Wando. Taka didn't have any of his clothes on. Mondo decided to keep his clothes on for the challenge. Because remember, like, we went in there for the challenge, the endurance challenge. At this point, I thought it through that Mondo broke his, discovered that his broke via the heat. And he used that to his advantage to throw Chihiro's in there to break it. The follow-up question is, why is Leon's broken? Not long from now, it is found that you can, if you think about it, if it's the one we found in the front hall, main hall, that was broken, we don't know that it's Leon. Therefore, the one that is up front was Mondo's original that he broke in the sauna during the endurance challenge, and he took Leon's for himself. So right now, Mondo has Leon's e-handbook. So, yep. The whole story laid out, it's pretty damn clearly Mondo. Just a turn we did not expect to see. So now Taka is just... he's just trying to defend his bro. Alright, so now Taka is just gonna go nuts trying to defend his bro. Whole thing. I'm actually really happy with how I did throughout this entire investigation and trial. Yeah, I'm really happy with how I did. I was expecting to be really bad, as I normally am, but I did pretty decent here. And I never had to restart. I actually get an achievement for that after this. For not restarting the case. Or the trial, I guess. So, at this point, Mondo has just... he's given in. Alright, I'll just say everything now. So this is really sad in the end. What happened is Chihiro just wanted to become stronger, right? And he looked to somebody he trusted, Mondo in particular, to help him with this. Because of longer story reasons, this led Mondo to break. Because Mondo doesn't see himself as strong in any way. So, being particularly, I guess, infuriated by the fact that Chihiro was about to outdo him, he just grew frustrated and just killed him. Just killed him. And, figuring out, yeah, as they're mentioning right now, the big secrets. Chihiro's, was that he's actually a boy. Which, that's kind of obvious now. And Mondo's is how he is responsible for killing his brother. Or his brother getting killed, I should say. Which goes back into the whole weakness, strength thing. So, Chihiro was about to do something great for himself. That's about to go incredibly well. But he just stumbled into the wrong person to ask for help. It's a damn shame. Chihiro's about to do great for himself, and it just got ended because somebody else decided they were jealous. It's incredibly sad. I wish, we could have a commentary over the whole story so you guys could see it, but it's... Or maybe you just didn't include all the text here. I don't know. It's up to the editor.
I mean, you gotta do it right if you're gonna do it. Not yet. Not a case with that to that. Or I don't just electrocute him. Okay, that'll get him. That'll do. Yeah, I guess that would do it. In hindsight, then the actual cage of death part is not actually necessary to this whole thing. Yeah, it's just been. Yeah. Okay, he's now butter.
And that is the end of chapter 2. Again, big time apologies to everybody for the big mess up, but I mean, we got what we got. Oh yeah, we had this extra bit now at the beginning of chapter 3 with Hina, who's understandably really fucking depressed and just done with all this shit. So it's starting to seem like she might be going crazy. But she's aware of it, which is good. But there's one solution to everything. Donuts. Motherfucking donuts. Doesn't matter. Still don't know what a malasada is. So she decides to go out at midnight to get some fucking donuts. Breaking the goddamn rules. Slut's gonna kill her ass. There's donuts to be had, as NCW said, so fair enough. But she hears a weird sound. Huh. The hell is that? Sounds like a static, like from a TV or something. Like a digital, like, copy or machine or something. She goes to investigate, and she finds this. Something to be understandably terrified about. And then that. Okay. And here is where we left off. The only bits that got messed up, again, were just the Chapter 2 investigation and trial. To anybody that actually watched through these, cut through bits, thank you so much. It's really nice of you to even watch the bits where I screwed up big time. Big time apologies to NCW for screwing it up as well. It's something that I'm sure will never happen again. Because I'm just gonna make sure I check it this time. But if you do have any consistent viewers at this point, again, thank you very much. We're doing this just for fun. We're not expecting really anything to come out of it. And I am still super enjoying the game. So I'm looking forward to continuing playing it, and I hope anybody watching continues to watch. Okay. And big shout out once again to NCW for editing all this, because it's going to be a big time pain in the ass. But I'm sure it'll come out great, because he's very good at it. So thanks everybody. Keep enjoying. Have a great day.